Hey, I'm Amity, and I am a birth educator and doula in Seattle, Washington. And I want to tell you the best advice that I was given. And how I was given this advice was I was this new mom. This woman, she's had three children. This person is a doctor, very, very smart, wise person. And she looks at me and she's like, you know what you need to tell every single new partner. You need to tell them this information because it is gold. And I want to, before I kind of tell you what she said, I want to let you know what's going on for people in the postpartum period and why this advice is so spot on. So, after people have a baby, their whole world kind of shifts and changes. And this is hard for partners to really understand sometimes because their world changes a lot too, but it's a little bit different. And so, the act of giving birth, no matter how a baby comes out, is just really, really significant. And there's a lot of healing involved that is underestimated and undervalued in our modern culture. And so someone's body is just feeling kind of wrecked. I remember after I gave birth, I just felt like I was in a bike crash. I was like, I just feel sore all over. And it took a long time to heal. So that's one of the reasons this advice is so important. The other reason is that this is has to do with the body, but is a little bit different. The body is changing shape. Like, could you imagine? Your body looks one way on Monday, and on Friday it looks completely different. The belly is way smaller and often way more saggy. The breasts are engorged and often looking huge, and someone is just like they're not often feeling very strong, right? Pregnancy is not everybody's able to kind of body build during pregnancy. And so sometimes their body just feels kind of weak. And so the clothes don't fit the same way. And it doesn't, people feel kind of frumpy postpartum. That big belly is gone and there's less attention on their body in that sweet, I'm growing a baby type of way. So that's another reason this advice is so important. Just the simple act of somebody's body shape shifting so quickly has a dramatic effect on people. Um, the other thing that I think is important to be aware of is that babies, this is not going to be news to anybody, but babies require a lot of help. This is my baby Scott. This is Scott. Is he stays in the classroom, and so baby Scott he is cute, and we take good care of him here. But babies, they don't say, you know what, you're doing a really good job. Thank you for giving up everything for me. They don't say that. Even when they are able to talk, they usually don't give compliments in that way. And so, the fact that babies are requiring a lot of care and unable to kind of communicate and express Thanksgiving is another reason this advice is so spot on. And the last thing that I want to say before I give you the punchline to this is that partners, I want everybody to know this. Partners especially true because not very many people are talking about this in the classes that you might take or books that you're reading. Um, but for a pregnant person, once they have a baby, a lot of the ways that they would be recognized in the world kind of kind of go away. And so, especially if someone's taking a lot of time off work, that um, they go out in public and they, are often stressed out because they have the baby with them. Their, house is not as tidy or clean as they usually like. They're not able to prep food maybe the way that they liked. It's just everything becomes a little more challenging. And this is often really, really hard for parents to kind of rest in the chaos of having a new baby. And so, if someone is used to going to work or people that are in school, students, they're churning out, um, they're churning out work that is rewarded either by payment or by recognition by coworkers, even just going out of the house and seeing somebody. Hey, how's it going? Postpartum, people are often stuck inside, feeding the baby a lot. And so, all of these things and many others kind of mashed together to make this advice that someone gave me so important. So, partners, if you're still tuning into this, one of the things that you can do is to tell your partner, the person who just gave birth, tell them how beautiful they are on a regular basis. No one else is commenting on just the beauty of doing parenting. And it can go a long way to helping them feel connected to you and to giving them some validation and recognition for um, right, that core beauty. They may not be doing their hair fancy or putting on makeup or putting on sexy clothes, but just that really core beauty, the beauty of caretaking, the beauty of resting, all of that needs to be acknowledged and recognized. And you, because you're in the same home as them, you're the one that really has an opportunity to shine a light on that. And so that's my recommendation. Passed along advice in the postpartum period. Don't forget to tell that new parent how beautiful they are. Thank you. Bye bye.